I want you to imagine for a second that you're serving cocktails at a massive party and you're trying to go around the room figuring out who you think wants a cocktail and probably ignore the ones who don't. Serving ads is kind of similar. If you look at Instagram or Facebook, if you have an ad that's optimized to do a certain thing, Facebook uses all the information it has about those people to figure out and kind of rank order who's most likely to want to consume that ad and who's least likely to consume that ad. Obviously, it's going to be a lot cheaper and easier to serve adverts to people who want to consume it. It's going to be more expensive and it's going to take you longer to serve ads to people who don't want to consume it. So going back to this idea of the cocktail party, you're probably going to be able to isolate the people in the audience who are getting on it. And as you work the room, you figure out, well, I'm going to give these people cocktails and these people cocktails. And you'll find at the start, it's actually very easy to isolate who wants one. And it doesn't take much of your time to start getting rid of your first trays of cocktails. As this process goes on a little bit, the audience remaining is going to get smaller and smaller. And not only that, the audience remaining is most likely going to be people who don't have a high affinity to want to drink cocktails. Before you know it, it's becoming more and more difficult and it's taking you longer and longer. It's becoming a more expensive process. This is exactly why the price of advertising doesn't often follow a linear increase as time goes on. So as your audience slowly gets exhausted and as your options for serving the remaining ads becomes smaller and less interested in what you've got to say, your cost will tend to follow an exponential increase, which means that very quickly your costs can double, triple, if not quadruple, if not worse in a short space of time if you're not carefully monitoring what your costs are when it comes to serving your ads. So in short, if you've started running ads and the results have been really good, definitely be careful because you don't want to run into trouble leaving ads running only to find out when you look back in the month that your costs skyrocketed exponentially and you've just been burning money and burning ad budget and damaging your business in the process. So that's definitely the first one. The second thing is about not